Hello, everyone. Welcome to our World Peace Hologram for New Year's Day 2018. Welcome, everybody. I'm Carolyn Winter. I'm the practitioner today. And, for this series of 12 sessions I'm offering this year, one session a month. And I'm calling this series Make Peace Personal because really it has to have meaning for us. We can say peace in the world, and it feels like a drop in the bucket for those sentiments and thoughts that we extend during this holiday season. But I'm inviting you to do something really special and extraordinary this year. I'm inviting you to pick a part of the world that needs your attention, that needs peace. Something you might have caught on the news. Maybe it's the country of your birth. Maybe it's the country that you're living in. Maybe it's to do with the environment or recycling or endangered species of animals. Whatever it is, there's some part of this world, something bigger than you, something bigger than your household that needs your intention, that needs an intention for peace. And I invite you to narrow it down for yourself. You might not have quite nailed your intention for this session. I see a number of you, I'm just looking at my list, have already submitted for this last call, this very last minute call rather. I am inviting you to really narrow it down to one area, one specific thing, and make one intention for this whole year. And every month when these sessions come up, maybe you're more actively participating some months than others. All you really need to do is make two intentions. One, your personal peace intention. What part of this world are you going to make a difference with the power of your thoughts and your intention? And just notice it every month and send love and peace and compassion. And of course, let's let the heavy lifting happen with these repatterning sessions as well. But secondly, I invite you to make one intention for yourself. And again, it's very helpful. I mean, the whole point of this really extraordinary if you make that intention for yourself very personal and very specific. So generalities don't really work for this type of intention. Make an intention that's really specific. Like for myself, I want to write my story and maybe put it into a published book. See, catch me on that? I said maybe. I write and publish my story. I have a little story in mind. Maybe you're wanting to focus on health, or you're wanting to buy a new house and move. Whatever it is, make it real specific, and let's watch that intention all through the year. There's some actual magic involved in doing these sessions as a group. We know that when two fields of energy combine, your field and my field, the amplitude of that energy field actually doubles. There's more energy than any one of us on our own. That's why relationships are so attractive, because we get more done. We're more in flow when we're in sync with each other, especially if those two fields of energy are meshing coherently and we're not canceling each other out. So when we're in a group, and Lynn McTaggart, author, investigative journalist and author Lynn McTaggart, who's written The Intention Experiment and The Field and has talked and based her life's work on her discussions with many scientists on this topic, has a new book out, The Power of Eight. And she talks about in her peace intention experiments how people intending peace for some specific part of the world actually found that their own intentions also manifested very quickly without even making them part of the session. So I thought we can do one up from that. We could just at least name our own personal intention. Name one thing that you would like in your life. And let's see if the power and the energy of this group will support you in manifesting what you want as well. I think they call that divine balancing of the energy books or something like that. My friend Tabitha Twitchett over at RPA, the Repatterning Practitioners Association, had coined a term for that. I have to get that back from her to find out what that is. Anyways, let's get started. Now, just a couple things for those of you who are new to this website and this program, and somebody said, hey, you got to try this. We're doing a group session by proxy, like nobody's in this room with me, but I know you're all out there somewhere, if not right now in space and time. And uh, yeah, you're welcome to make your intentions, and everybody's intention goes into the pot. And we do use all of those intentions for something called a resonance repatterning session, which is what I'm going to do. I have been a practitioner of resonance repatterning since 1997. I am a full-time holographic coach, and I also do some online coordinating for the teacher of this work, one of the main teachers, Artist Osborne. And then just very quickly, because you can Google this and find out way more someplace else, I'm going to use two tools. This map that has in orientation, problems, intentions, repatterning, spiral up tools, and positive actions to find out where we need to go in the session. And this tool called muscle checking. I check as the practitioner, I use this tool to find out where we need to go on the map to get our patterns that need to shift. And I also use it to check our resonance with the patterns that come up to see how much resonance we have for them. And I record everything as we go along. And I'll post those notes back at this website where we found this so that you can see what the patterns are that came up. In today's session, I have a little plan, an outline for how we're going to proceed. We'll look at the world peace issues, the intentions, the personal intentions, and then we're going to do a focus of consciousness for each meridian. So we're going to tune up the meridian system of our intentions. So we'll do 12 statements, each from each of the meridians from the system. Okay, so stay as long as you can, and if not, the recording will be here later for you to tune in. If you'd like to find out more about resonance repatterning, check out our association's website, rpamembers.org, where you'll find information all about resonance repatterning and our practitioners. And certainly if you need a practitioner session, we've got a long list of people to select from. Okay, let's get started. Let's see. So I asked you, first of all, on the form that you submitted to let me know what topic you were picking for your area of peace for this year. And so I'll just give a quick little review of what people said. This is just for informing the hologram of where we're putting our attention in these 12 sessions. So, and these were all anonymously submitted. So I'll just go through them. This is, first person has requested that Black people be treated respectfully by white policemen in the USA. And of course, that's been in the news so much. And of course, a great one. To heal the division and hatred between people, especially in countries split down the middle, such as the USA or the United Kingdom. Safety and women empowerment, right education in India. Economic stability in South Africa with excellent GDP growth potential, job creation and growth, reduction in crime statistics. Another area of, so this person is looking for really improving things in South Africa, which is good. Another topic is sexism permeating most cultures on Earth, absolutely. Another one is the existence of nuclear weapons, especially the current tensions between the USA and North Korea, making the possibility of nuclear war an existential threat to the world. And if it doesn't actually happen, it's always, I think, in the back of everybody's mind with every newscast you hear. And of course, that creates a ripple resonance just around the world. Relief from the famine crisis for the children of Africa, absolutely, and gun violence, particularly in the USA. And let me just check if there were any other new ones. Water pollution has just come in as well. So let me just add that to the list of topics that we're looking at. And water pollution. There's only so much of that we have. All right, so our peace intentions. So in this work, we say all of our intentions in the present tense. So not all of you submitted them in the present tense, and some of them were a little vague for the purpose of this repatterning. So I'm just muscle checking what intentions we need from those that were submitted. They're all included, but these are the ones that we need to hear about. We support respect for all Black people being shown by white policemen in the USA. We support respect. I think we will just change it to something more active. All Black people are respected by white policemen in the USA. So sharpen that up a bit. And people, so that's the first one. And muscle checking that statement, all Black people are respected by white policemen in the USA. We're off for that. And people are reunited through their compassion and tolerance to others through, and that was kind of vague. And I added in through awareness training, for example. And whoever submitted that, I invite you to take a look at how you can make that a more specific intention so that you could say at the end of the year, that happened in the world this year because of something that happened over here, over there. It showed up in a newscast. So I invite you to make that more specific. But I've added to help out today, I've added in a little phrase. The next one, women empowerment in India. Women are empowered in India. Oh, we've got some wording issues here. Women in India are now empowered with right education. How about that? Lovely. And we support South Africa in achieving, so let's say it's South Africa is economically stable. Otherwise, we'll always be in a state of trying to get there. Is economically stable, has improved GDP growth, reduction in violent crimes. So let's say by 50% or more. I'm just putting in that in as a for example. There's acceptance of different cultures. And it's a bit vague, but I'm going to leave that in for now. It'd be good if you had a statement of intention that said specifically what that meant. Does it mean that everybody's allowed into such and such club or whatever? And openness to understand, listen, and share information for continued growth and peaceful resolution. So that's a bit general, but we'll let it stand for now. It can't hurt. All right. So I'm going to now check the rest of these very quickly, and we'll do one statement to proxy everything. We release generational trauma and negative beliefs, so we value and respect both sexes equally, and we celebrate and embrace both masculine and feminine qualities within ourselves. Again, I'm going to suggest pick an area to focus on for the year. Is it in the media, the entertainment business, a particular industry? Look at something so we can narrow it down and you could say, yes, that changed in the world. And I noticed it here, here, and here, and in this way. But we'll leave this as it is for now. Maybe get that different next month. Nuclear disarmament is achieved. Clear. And eliminate all gun violence, particularly in the USA. All right. So gun violence is eliminated. And I won't say in particular, I'll just say in the USA. And we need to list more intentions. So the one statement that can proxy this whole list, even though we've already checked off the first one, is this last one, this one, this one, this one, women in India. So let me put this one up here. Women in India are now empowered with right education, and that's off. And that statement includes all of the other statements of world peace intentions. So you get the hang of it. You know, just find your area of peace in the world. We've had some really great ones today. But I invite you to make them really specific so that you can tell that world peace occurred in your area because of your positive intentions and the flow of energy from this group repatterning. All right, now we'll go on to personal intentions. And we have, so this is an opportunity for you to write out your own personal intentions. So if you're just joining us and or you've just gotten wind of this, just write it out for yourself just now, and you can add it to the system later. I'll pick it up for next month. And we've got about 6 or 7 of them here. I intend to be more loving and more understanding with all people around me. Again, I'd ask whoever submitted that to reword that and be more specific. Name names for yourself. Put in a pseudonym or something. What does that mean? Like, how would you know that that happened? So give a specific example, like the party that you're going to go to or the next meeting that you're attending, something like that. To stay centered and in touch with the divine each day and get more from my heart in all my communications with others. Again, that has to be a bit more specific so that you know that that outcome has been achieved. And transformation, that also needs to be more specific. Otherwise, you know, you might transform into a banana or something. I don't know. What does that mean? You're transformed. I resonate with 100% health on an emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual level. My body's resonance is aligned with optimal health. Okay, we'll say that that's pretty clear. And you could probably make it more specific for yourself, like maybe an allergy disappears or arthritis stops bothering you or whatever. Make it really specific because those are the intentions that tend to actually manifest. But we'll leave this since this is written in the present tense. I think this is pretty good anyway. I clarify and set boundaries in my personal and professional life. Okay, I clarify and set boundaries in my personal and professional life. Okay, that's you intending to clarify and set boundaries. So hopefully you'll be able to understand what that looks like when you'll notice it when it happens. Resolution of health issues related to, so let's say this is I resolve my health issues related to digestion. I think that could work. Solve my health issues related to digestion. And let me just check if there are any more personal intentions that have arrived. I bring joy and fulfillment into my life through my painting. And I eliminate all irrational fear and anxiety from my life. Oh, that's pretty good. I feel deeply loved and cherished, accomplish my goals with ease, and experience peace within and outside myself. Okay. All right, let me just add that in. And let's see, where is it? Here we go, personal intentions. And mine is going to be, I write my story in 2018. All right. I'm just putting these, make sure I have all the intentions here. So good, we have the intentions. And is there an intention that can proxy everyone's? There is. It's one of these 4. This one, I resolve my health issues related to digestive problems. And we're off for that. And that intention includes everyone's intention here. Put that here. That is off. All right. Just a second. That's our proxy statement there. All right. Great. So now we've got a peace intention and we have our personal intention. And again, any of you at home participating, you can write out those 2 intentions for yourself if you want to improve them, resubmit them. I'm happy to get them for the next session. Now we're going to go through the meridians. The meridians is from the Chinese acupuncture system of healing, thousands of years old, based on nature and how energy moves through our systems. And I'm using this book. It's the Transforming Five Element and Meridians Using Resonance Repatterning. And Chloe Wordsworth, the founder of this work, she has nicely set out qualities for each meridian at the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and relationship and business level. So we're going to go through and pick out. So by doing this, what we're doing is we're taking a statement. I'm going to pick only positive statements to tune up the meridian system of our intentions. So this is both for the hologram of our personal intentions, the hologram of our peace intentions. It includes the hologram of all of us mixed together. And if you imagine each of those as a body walking in for an acupuncture session, that's what we're doing. We're tuning up. So because it's now the winter season here where I am, we're going to start with the water element, bladder meridian. And the bladder is called the container, and we're looking for a physical quality, no mental, emotional, spiritual, relationship, a business quality, non-coherent, coherent. Well, we're only going to pick the coherent qualities, I think I said. And we need one, we need two. I contain my ideas and release my product at the right time. And that's off. Contain my ideas and release my product at the right time. We're off. And we need the kidney quality now. And that is physical, emotional. And it's number one, number two. One, two. First part, second, but my emotions flow appropriately. My emotions flow appropriately. Okay. Now we'll go on to, so that's our water element. Now we'll go on to wood. And wood has, the wood element, meridians, has two, gallbladder and liver. So we'll start with gallbladder. Physical, emotional, mental. The mental level. One, I choose activities that bring growth. I choose activities that bring growth. I choose activities that bring growth, proxying everyone involved in participating. Well, we're very off for that. Moving on to the liver meridian. We need physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, relationship. Again, business. 1 through 5. 1. Present, near future. I create business plans for the near future. I create business plans for the near future. And we're off for that statement. So those are our wood element qualities. And then we need fire. Under fire element, there are 4 meridians. And we'll start with the heart. I think. Yes, heart. And we need physical, emotional, mental. The mental level, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bring forth new ideas and avenues for understanding. Isn't that just so perfect? I bring forth new ideas and bring forth new ideas and avenues for understanding. And we're off for that statement. So, of course, the heart is known as the supreme ruler in this system of energy, and it governs the whole body-mind system. So to resonate with I bring forth new ideas and avenues for understanding would be just super for our peace intentions for sure. The next one is small intestine meridian. Is that where we're going next? Yep. And we need the physical level, emotional. Emotional quality is needed. 1, 2, 3. I am happy. I am happy. It's the small intestine. I am happy. And we're off for being happy. I'm always reminded of a client who did a number of sessions with me and had started with in a very dark place of needing transformation for sure. And one day she called me and she said she'd just been to a difficult meeting and but things kind of turned around, and then she went to lunch and everybody from the meeting was at the lunch and everything went really well. And she said, but I went back to my office and I was feeling very strange. She said it was a feeling I have not been in touch with most of my life. And she was trying to put her finger on what it is. And she said, Carolyn, I think I'm happy. So sometimes we've been in a state of misery for so long, we fail to understand that things are changing. And maybe it's that we just don't resonate with the changes that have happened within us. So small intestine meridian helps us sort those sorts of things out. And when we resonate with that quality, we will be happy, right? So let's go on to heart protector. Yes, heart protector is next. And we need physical, emotional, mental quality. 1, 2. I circulate my ideas. I circulate my ideas. And we're off for that. And then we need triple heater. And by the way, the heart protector, its job is to protect the heart. And if it's been crushed or wounded, then all the other meridians go off kilter, and nobody's doing their right job. They're all kind of trying to compensate for each other. So it's great if we can really resonate with I circulate my ideas and get that heart protector working well. Everybody will stand to benefit meridian-wise. Okay, so now triple heater meridian. This is the one that you need if you're trying to work with groups of people or going to a party, something, or meeting the family, the extended family. Triple heater helps you to be with people and organize groups of people. We need physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, relationship. We do need a relationship quality. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bring harmony and balance to relationship. And that's off. Harmony and balance to relationship. That's off. All right, let's look at the earth element is next. So that's our fire element. Earth element is this contains 2 meridians, stomach and spleen. And when your earth is balanced, you're grounded. Life is constantly in flux and changing. There's transitions happens every day. But when your earth element is solid, you're able to handle the ups and downs of life and the transitions that occur with ease and grace. When you don't, you tend to get worried, knots in your stomach, anxiety. You can feel very worried, very anxious very quickly. So let's go on to stomach meridian. It's one of those ones active first thing in the morning. We need a physical quality, no mental, emotional, spiritual, relationship, business quality. 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I stay grounded and centered, especially in a crisis. I stay grounded and centered, especially in a crisis. And checking, we're off for that. I think our world leaders need that almost every day. So if we resonate with it, we're uploading that to the grid for everybody to partake in. We need the spleen quality, and it distributes nourishment to where it's needed in our body-mind system. The quality we need is physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, relationship, business again. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. It's more than one. It's one. It's 1, 2. I'm stable in my work business. I'm stable in my business. And that is off. I am stable in my business. I think so much of the world's problems have to do with money and power. And when things are in a state of flux or business is not good, disharmony ensues. Well, now we're moving on to the metal element. Metal has 2 meridians, lung and large intestine. And for the lung meridian, we need something from the physical level, emotional, mental, spiritual, relationship, again, business. So there's something here. We've got a number now of business statements that have come up. 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 6. I release money generously, as naturally as breathing out. Love that statement. I release money naturally. I release money, generously. I release money generously, as naturally as breathing out. And that's off. We need another lung meridian quality from business. We don't. We need another lung meridian quality. Just had a guess, but we don't. So we're just going by, just doing one statement per meridian. I'm always tempted to do as many as I can for each meridian, but we would be here for 4 hours. Trust me, I've done that. All right, so now the next statement is for the large intestine meridian. It supports letting go. And, in many ways, a lot of our problems in the world have to do with just being able to let go of the past, let go of things we no longer need, let go of old ways of being, and move around the obstacles and flow into the next thing, the next level of humanity. So we need something at the physical level, emotional level, mental level, spirit, relationship. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4. I allow for equal relationship. And we are off for that. I allow for equal relationship. We are off for that. As I say these statements, you can probably get a sense of how these statements can apply both to your world peace intention at a global level and to yourself personally. I suspect for many of you, these are aha moments. So enjoy that. And that's it. We've done all of our meridians. And now we need something else for this session. We do. So I'm going back to our map. And we need something from orientation, problems, intentions. A repatterning is needed. So I named my catalogs of the various repatternings. There's over 100 repatternings, something for absolutely every occasion. And each repatterning gives us a handful of more patterns that underlie our intentions here, or the areas of peace that we're working on. So we need a pattern from primary patterns, unconscious patterns, chakra patterns, meridian, and 5 elements. In fact, back here, which patterning do we need? There's just 4 or 5 of them. Let's see, we need the 5 element meridian one, seasonal, 24-hour time clock. No. We need new point, abundance. I would have thought it was abundance, but it's not that one. It's not, it's decision making. It's the 5 element qualities repatterning. 233. All right. Again, this is another elegant repatterning that comes down to one acupuncture point that solves everything. It's always a kind of a zinger when you get there. And now we're going to have to adapt it a bit for our world peace repatterning session. So it says, what role in life feels uncomfortable for you in some way? So this is something to do with world peace. It is, and it's one of these other roles on a list over here. It's not. It's role as a leader in the world. So all of us, in one way or another, are leaders. When we ask a politician or political representative to listen to our opinion when we vote. We're all taking leadership initiative in some way, big or small. You might be the leader of a group. You might be the leader in your family, in your church group. Whenever you take some responsibility and initiate something, you're a leader. So we'll just say my role as leader feels uncomfortable. And take that down. My role as leader feels uncomfortable. And I'm just going to try to intuit why that would be, because that would answer our next question. What is the problem you have concerning your role? So I'm going to write down because, and I'm just going to think for a moment. I'm thinking about things I've heard on the news and the world stories I've been following and what I've noticed in my corner of the world. And I'm going to write down, no one is listening. My role as leader feels uncomfortable because no one is listening. There is a struggle for power. Maybe I am not respected in any peace discussions or negotiation. We need to list more. No, we don't. We need to know the primary. It's no one is listening. There's a struggle for power. I'm not respected. So it's only those two. And the statement is, my role as leader feels uncomfortable because no one is listening and there is a struggle for power. And we're on for that. Okay, so that's the problem. What we want instead. Let's see. In my role as leader, I am heard, and we are all, how about I am heard, there is mutual respect, and we are all empowered. List more, I need more details. So that's the statement that we need as what we want instead of the problem, but we're off for it. And now we need a level of coherence that would support this. What's needed is awareness coherence. It's awareness coherence. And there's statements of quality grouped by the elements. So this relates back to our earlier section on the meridians. We need a wood quality. No. A fire quality. Yes. 1, 2, 3. It's the fire quality is I sort things out with clarity and take in what is rich. And that's off. I sort things out with clarity and take in what is rich. That's off. And we need earth, metal. 1, 2. I'm confident, I'm comfortable and confident doing this World Peace Hologram session, and I do it correctly. I guess that's aimed at me. All right, so let's take that in. It's earth. I am, I'm jumping on the page here. I am comfortable and confident. This is a metal quality. Doing the World Peace Hologram session, and I do it correctly. And that is off. Now, it's true, I'm not actually following Mandela sequence for doing a session. I did preset some things given the nature of this repatterning and to have it meet the needs of the intentions for this session. But I believe I'm doing it correctly. All right, so just take a breath. That was a metal quality. I wrote that down wrong, metal. Now we need a water quality. We don't. We need some non-coherent awareness qualities. We don't. All right, so moving along, we need any other level of coherence. We don't. There were two more, personal and relationship. But what we needed was awareness. And we've done that. It's possible for us to look at an incomplete relationship. No, there's a couple of sections here that are only applicable if you were coming for an in-person session, like a personal one-on-one session. One is this one, it would be what relationship feels incomplete or unresolved for you. You might want to, I'll throw that out as something that you might want to ask yourself and just contemplate. And what or who do you blame or criticize? What do you blame or criticize a particular person for, rather than take responsibility for your own actions? So who do you blame or criticize? And then lastly, what action do you need to take to resolve the situation? So if you were seeing me for an in-person session, we would look at your resonance with those, the specific wording, etc. And the same with this next section, identifying an earlier experience. But I'm just going to do an intuitive check and see if there's an earlier world situation impacting our peace intentions today. There isn't, so we won't look at that today. Now it comes down to one meridian point to do the healing for this session. So we'll take a look at what that might be. We need a wood element quality. No, in fact, let me just go back and say, for this repatterning, what came up was fire, a fire quality, and energetically, fire melts metal, and metal was our second quality that came up. So it's a fire element quality that we need, a metal element quality it would appear to be. And under metal, it has two meridians, lungs. We need the lung meridian, we need the large intestine meridian, meaning what do we need to let go of? So let's go over here to the metal element. And this metal element, large intestine point, needs one meridian point. And we're all going to do this together, so hang in with me if you can. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs an earth element point, which would nourish and bring grounding, centering, and security to the metal element. So sounds fair? And so for that, I'm going to go to the large intestine meridian. I'm going to show you a picture of this in just a moment. Large intestine meridian. And we need the earth element point. Earth element point. So that would be number, where did it go? Oh, there it is, number 11. So it's kind of on the crook of the arm. So let me just show you. It's number 11. This is the point we're going to be doing. So let me just hold this up. And it's sort of on the crease of the arm at the elbow. You see that over there? And hopefully you'll be able to see that. If not, pause this video and back it up. And you can take a look. And we need the left side and the right side. So what you're going to do is take your left hand pointy finger and put it on your right arm at the crease of the arm, basically, and on the side that's, I think, on the outside. And I'm going to do a second double check. There's another book I have on these meridians, the Inner Cultivation book. It gives us a bit more detail. While you're holding that point, I'll read to you the description of what that's going to do for us. It will be amazing. All right. Hang on. And yep, that's number 11. And it says here that this point, so first of all, with your arm bent across the chest, slide your finger down the elbow crease into the hollow next to the humerus bone of the elbow. Again, I think it's really just on the outside, if you can, at the crease. All right, holding the point. And by the way, you don't have to press hard. A light touch is all that's needed. And sometimes not even touching. Maybe you need to be like a quarter of an inch away. Your field of energy, if you're really sensitive, will tell you how much it can handle in terms of a contact. So this point provides stability, especially in cases of depression or when feeling mentally negative, off balance, and quote, insane. Its nickname is called Crooked Pond. And this crooked pond brings you back into your center of integrity, which helps your large intestine meridian let go of what you no longer need. Crooked Pond supports you in harvesting the riches of your experiences and letting go of regrets, pain, and grief. For a lot of the world negotiations, don't we just need to do a little bit more of that? Okay, so holding that point, I'm going to hold it along with you, and let's just check there's something else needed along with contacting this point. There is not. So it's pretty powerful just to hold it. So I invite you to do that. I'm going to do the same here and whip my clock out at the same time. Need to hold this for 1 more minute? We do. So we'll hold this in silence for about a minute, and I'll let you know when that's done. And breathe. Be sure to breathe as you hold this point. Okay, and very slowly remove your finger from the point and take a deep integrating breath. And that modality is complete. It is. And we need another modality at this time. We don't. We need anything else from the system before we clear the statements. We don't. So we'll go back to the beginning. We will. Sometimes I start from the end. I always check. And we'll start here. So for all of those peace intentions submitted, this one intention proxies all of them, including yours. Women in India are now empowered with right education, and that is now on. Going down now to our very personal intention for ourselves. I resolve my health issues related to digestive problems. And we're now on for that again. And again, that one intention proxies everybody's. So we'll be working on your intention every month for the next 12 months. And let's see, now we'll go back to our meridians, from 12 meridians. So for water, I contain bladder. I contain my ideas and release my product at the right time. That's now on. My emotions flow appropriately. That is now on. I choose activities that bring growth. That is on. That is a gallbladder quality. And liver meridian. I create business plans for the near future. You've got that on. For the fire element, I bring forth new ideas and avenues for understanding. You've got that is now on. Our heart protector, I circulate my ideas. On. Small intestine meridian, I am happy. We're on for that. Triple heater, I bring harmony and balance to relationship. That is now on. Earth element, stomach meridian, I stay grounded and centered, especially in a crisis. We are on for that. And send that to our world leaders. All right, and spleen meridian, I'm stable in my business. That is on. Metal element, lung meridian, I release money generously, as naturally as breathing out. That is on. Large intestine meridian, that was lung meridian. This one is large intestine. I allow for equal relationship. That is on. Certainly needed on the world stage, I would say. All right. And for the repatterning that we did, the 5 element qualities, I'm going to write that out here, 5 element qualities, repatterning. Our first statement had to do with our role. My role as leader feels uncomfortable because no one is listening and there's a power struggle. So that's cleared. My role as leader, in my role as leader, I'm heard, there's mutual respect, and we are all empowered. That is on. So that would be a curious one for us to watch in the news. How are relationships with world leaders panning out? How are they changing and improving? Are individual leaders in their discussions being heard? Is there mutual respect? And are they all empowered? So take a look. Let's see what happens with that during the coming year. Fire. So there were two. We needed awareness, coherence, and there were two elemental qualities involved. So the first is fire, and I sort things out with clarity and take in what is rich. I sort things out with clarity and take in what is rich. That is on. And metal, I am comfortable and confident doing the World Peace Hologram session, and I do it correctly. That's also on. For those of you who think I've slipped in my style here, I think I did it correctly. All right, well, all the statements have cleared. We need a positive action, we do not. The session is complete. We're repatterned for making peace personal this year with our world peace intention and our personal intentions. So I invite you to come back next month. I'll be posting the dates soon at the worldpeacehologram.com website. And of course, you can find notices about it as well at rpamembers.org on the homepage. Well, thank you so much for participating. This is Carolyn Winter. Have a wonderful and prosperous new year. All the best.